your hand to kind of slide into it. And I traded it to Kat Darden for one of her really beautiful Polygon NFTs. And I actually mailed it to her. So now that was the first time I've ever traded like a physical object for an NFT, which I thought was kind of exciting. And I had like a nice little transcription and stuff for her on it. And then I was like, wow, this is way too cool. I spent quite a few hours designing it and like thinking through the engineering side of things. So I then just kind of figured out a way to basically mass produce them. So it takes 24 hours to print one. It's a long print and it's incredibly detailed. I use 0.1 millimeter resolution on it, which is about as high as you can go on a filament disposition modeling printer. But it's pretty nice. It looks great. And then like, it's just weird because it looks like a statue from the front and you can see the hole in the mouth. But then when you look at it from the side or the back, it looks a lot more like a gun. So, it's like a Doge gun basically, but yeah, it's kind of cool. I was wondering if that like the TSA was going to stop me at the airport when I was trying to go to LA with it, and they didn't say a word. So,
well, that's when you say it's a Slim Jim dispenser.
yeah, exactly. It's a Slim Jim dispenser, and they're going to be like, "Well, why the Glock part?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that would be harder to explain, but I think it'd be funny to like put a Slim Jim through the mouth and then feed it into another one's mouth, and then you like take a bite from the middle." I feel like if I did that and posted it on Slim Jim's Twitter, they would go nuts. I feel like that's like, because Slim Jim is definitely in the Doge space, and I feel like something like that would really tickle them. But I just have to do it.
Speaking, yeah, I love that. Did you see that Axe did a Doge deodorant too, or like giving out like 100 Doge Axe deodorants?
Yep. And they were like gone in like seconds or something. They were so popular.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
fun though.
I
What did
mean,
it say? It was like it said crypto scent, and I was like, I don't know what that smells like.
yeah, I don't know if I want to know what it smells like. My mind went immediately to data center.
Yeah. Or like, yeah, what you smell when you're sitting in a chair for 20 hours a day.
Yep.
Hey, Julia of the DogeClaren, how are you doing?
Howdy. Doing good. Just packing up to head up to Sugarland right now. Gary's in the kitchen making boiled eggs. It's a lovely day.
All
So,
right.
such excite. What about yourself?
I'm doing very, very well. I thought 420, the Doge Day yesterday was really fun. And now I'm definitely looking forward to Dogepalooza. I won't be there, but I'm totally ready for all the content that comes out of it. And yeah, just super excited. And whoever gets to eat the bag of chips that you've checked onto your flight, I'm very jealous. Take a chip for me in spirit.
I was just about to say, so anytime, if you have any trouble with TSA, I have to fly all the time. And I always keep a couple Doge stickers in my pocket, and it seems to get me through every time. Like this last airport experience, they let me blow my travel support horn, which is that weird horn I take around with me sometimes. I think it's funny. And in the TSA line. And then with Southwest, you get to check 2 free bags. So just like we only had 3 that we never like to check baggage, but we were kind of traveled with all our groceries. And then we decided like we should check 1 bag of chips. And apparently it was too light to go up the conveyor belt. So they were like, okay, you're going to have to put it in the oversized baggage area, but we're gonna let this go through. We got like a really good guy, and he just thought it was too funny to not let it happen. So we went, set it over by the oversized baggage. We didn't know if it would come out or not, and then we got to Austin, and we saw like everyone skis. We're coming from Denver. Everyone skis and snowboards are all just kind of like lumped on top of one another. And then Al pops out the perfect bag of chips in a little carrying case. I was just like, yes! It was a victory of all victories. I felt good about it. I felt like it changed the course of the day for many people. So we're going to party with that bag of chips. And we got another cabbage. I think this one has female vibes, as apparently this is a red cabbage. Someone else picked it out. It has lots of personality. I think it'll be a great addition to the party.
You're saying that the cabbage chose you.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
I'm assuming the cabbage DAO supported the purchase. Is that correct?
You cut out just a little bit. What was that?
Was this about cabbage DAO?
Oh yeah, relating into cabbage DAO. Yep. If I can just, cabbage DAO will happen. It's gonna liberate the masses via cabbage. So it'll be like, you know, if you wanna just take this cabbage out and do something liberating with it, within family friendly, of course. I support that, and it's just gonna support those. It's a complete experiment on fun.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of coming together after the fact, like the jokes accidentally made it a reality.
yeah. I think one area that we may run into some issues is that it just makes too much sense. Like it's just like the A to B on this is just so clear to everyone that they're going to think just duh, of course we need to convert all of humanity into eating nothing but cabbage. So I think that might be something we're going to, like, the mass adoption might be too rapid for us to even consider. So I think we're just really going to have to spend some time on the cabbage DAO governance portion of things to make sure that it's incredibly streamlined for the billions of people that are soon to join.
Certainly, we should probably prepare the cabbage industry just in case. Make sure that the markets, the supermarkets, are all prepared.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if not financial advice, but look into cabbage futures, or maybe a squeeze there.
Cabbage futures are the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love what you were saying about how, like, when in doubt, just bring a few Doge stickers with you. It's so true. Like, Doge just feels like a life hack.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh, for real? Like, if you're going to a party and you don't know people and you're like carrying around a painting with Doge on it, it's like you're instantly the most interesting person, and like people are going to just be like smiling at you and wanting to talk to you. And I feel like it's just like this weird little like superpower, you know. It's like, for instance, when we were at that Golden DAO party with Andrew Yang, and I just like had that painting by the door, and I was alone at the time, and it was just like these little like groups of people would just be like, so what's the deal? Like, what is this? Like, how is this working? Or they'd be like watching me from a distance. And I'd be like, hey, come on over, get a picture with it. And then it was like just this really fun, easy way to connect with people on this like very silly thing. But at the same time, it was like, I kind of like met these people and now I kind of like know them. And they're like, you know, we're staying in touch and stuff like that. So it's funny, like seeing how Doge can be used in spaces like that to help, you know, better connect with others and stuff. It's really fun. And it's like, you know, if you're in a situation where it's like boring or something like that, like popping out a Doge is just like the most exciting thing for people, and it like just kind of drives conversation. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, it's like your calling card. It's just saying, like, I'm here and I like to party. And
Yep.
yeah, and then you just like, and then we can talk about fun things.
Most definitely. Yeah, I always keep some in my jammy pack. The center console, the DogeClaren, will always have two for when cops ask for license and registration. I bust those out first as a joke and lightens the mood. And TSA, the funniest was I was going through Denver. I guess it was a few months ago. It might have been for NFT or ETH Denver, and I was last second packed and everything, and I forgot I like had my ski suit on, and I had maybe like 100 Doge stickers in my pockets. But I set off the X-ray machine because of a bracelet I had on. But they were like, "What's in your pockets?" And I like start pulling them out, and it's just Doge stickers are spilling everywhere on the floor, and I'm freaking out because I'm late for my flight. And it was just like the most beautiful moment of being perfectly disheveled, and the TSA was just like laughing so hard. I was like, "Would you like one of these?" As I pick it up. Like it kind of like no matter how tense the situation is, the Doge takes away that tension somehow. It's like the magic of the Doge, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's almost scary. Like it's almost scary just how effective it is.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like, oh, oops, these Doge stickers keep falling out of my pocket. Oh no, what's going on? And then it just got me out of got me out of a tense situation.
And it's good screening too, because it's like 90% of people react really, really positively to it, and then 10% kind of get weird. And it's like those are the 10% of people that I'm probably not super interested in being around anyway. So it also helps you. It's like magnetic in a way, but it's also like a force field too. It's like I met like probably like 1,000 people at NFTLA, and like almost everyone was just like, "This is amazing. This is awesome. Can I get a picture?" Then there was a few people that were like, "Nothing but Bitcoin." I'm just like, "All right. I'm glad I'm glad you're not getting a picture with my cool Doge painting."
The great filter. Maybe that's
it's a
the
filter.
actual great filter. Yeah. Well, we did have other topics of conversation. I don't know if it's like we're a little too deep into the call now to bring it up, but I did want to talk about Cheemsmuseum. Can we find a way to stick either profile
Yeah, let's
onto our
pin
call?
that. Cheemsmuseum. I'll find it. If Paco, if you can get there first, just do like a thumbs up. But yeah, we got it. Let me find it. Find that one. It's an amazing. Let me see Teams.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. While you find it, so what was really funny was we were just having like one of our. We were actually having like a later night meeting to talk with some of our team members that are on from Australia. So like as we were talking, I was going through Twitter, and I don't even know how I like tripped on them. But anyways, I found this account, this amazing account called the Cheemsmuseum of Art, and they make like some of the coolest and funniest Doge and Cheems fine art that I've seen, and it looks like that they just started very recently, but it just seemed extremely on brand with like the Doge NFT and how again we're trying to our mission is to disrupt the fine art industry and take over Mona Lisa as the most recognizable uh, image in human history. And anyways, it was just we I don't it was kind of like serendipity because then as soon as I started talking with this account, it turned out that they're getting their art stolen by another account, and like they had to start resorting to putting on a watermark, and that didn't help. Like the other account was then removing the watermark and adding their own, and getting like I don't know, like thousands of likes. It was like pretty ridiculous. But this person was like, I need like I kind of need help because I'm kind of like I'm just gonna be doing like I'm just going to like stop making art or making this art and unless like this person stops like stealing it, and they were like, I've heard of NFTs, but I really don't know a whole lot about it. And I was like, well, I mean, I feel like it's our responsibility, right? Where we're all about provenance here, and it's like, oh, this just seems like the most like perfect example of why NFTs exist is to prove your provenance, and so like anybody can just tie it back to that you were the original artist. And I don't know, it just seemed like a really cool experience. And I don't know, like I've asked this person to join our Discord, talk with our community a little bit more, and see what we can do to kind of help number one, like get this other thief to like get them reported, but also like maybe help them into the NFT world. Because I think it's they said they were curious about it, but really haven't dove deep. So just feels like our responsibility to be the educators and help out like really fun and talented artists like this to get the recognition they deserve, and use the power of crypto to help with that.
Yeah, I can't agree more. I think that's a really good kind of assessment and summary. Awesome job, Bubba Zona / Own the Doge on finding this kind of stuff. It's like, I think Twitter sometimes is a quality versus quantity fight, and you have an eye somehow to find this like really crazy quality when it's new, like when this person's just starting to build. I'm very confident that their art and their little Twitter is just going to rip and it's going to take off and it's going to be a big deal in the future. But very nice work kind of spotting this coming up. I think that's super exciting and nice work there. And at the same time too, like, the thing that really pumps me about Own the Doge and the Doge NFT is that the person that created the original artwork that launched so much happiness and fun around the world for all of us to enjoy, like they got something back, and then they were able to, donate to charity and do that type of stuff too. But I think like understanding those origins is just so important. So when we can kind of support our community members or like our affiliated, communities around this type of stuff, it's really cool. So highly recommend following. I pinned the tweet here. Highly recommend following them, and also just, drop them a note. I'm sure it's probably scary for someone that's building up a new account to have their art stolen right off the bat. But, if we can make some noise and show them that we're here, I think they would really appreciate that too.
Absolutely. For like the short amount of time I've been able to talk with this account, the person behind it is just just an extremely good person, and very excited that we even kind of tripped into their account. And it's not even like we're even looking for any sort of partnership right now. It just seemed like it made sense to like see real, recognize real, like someone who's got like amazing talent and doing like and throwing like Doge and memes into it, which is a lot like what we're doing with like Dogifying fine art and everything. But also the fact that like we do have a community that also has our values aligned, that could possibly just help get this person to report the thieves that are um, maybe even profiteering off of their hard work, because I think they even said like they're probably just not going to make more art until this happens, like until they can stop getting their art stolen. So like if we want to continue to see like amazing content from this account, then yeah, I feel like we should do our Doge lead duty and help this person out, because they totally deserve it.
Yeah, he linked me the person's account details in DM. So I think he doesn't want to probably post, maybe he doesn't want to post their information publicly, but if you ping him and just say, hey, I want to report that account that's stealing from you, he'll DM you the account. And then I just went ahead and reported it for impersonation of this other person. He said that it looks like Instagram and other platforms are policing it and kind of deleting their content when they steal it. But he said Twitter doesn't do that. So
yeah, yeah. If I can find a way to get him in the Discord at least, so that like anyone who lives in there can be able to talk with them and see if we can, I don't know, coordinate some sort of effort. I'll continue to try.
Perfect. All right. Cool. So you want to dive in? Do you want to chat about POAP, or do you want to talk on any other subject first before we get into kind of our agenda for the day?
I think we can get into POAP. People have been in here for about 20 minutes now. If you're waiting for a POAP, I think you deserve it at this point. So again, POAP is really trying to make sure that they're fine-tuning their curation process, to get these NFTs like create it in the best way that they can, without like the abuse of POAP hunters and everything, and also probably to like get them to start using their mobile app a lot more. So with all that said, this POAP claim is a little bit different. So you will need the mobile POAP app for it, and if you do have it, good for you. If you don't, take like a couple seconds to try and find it and download it. But what you do is, for this instance, we're going to give out a secret word, and how that works is when you're in the app, you hit the mint button, which is I think on the bottom right, and when you hit mint, there's like three options, and one of them is going to be secret word. I think another one's like scan QR. I don't know what the other one is off the top of my head, but secret word is what you'll want to click on. And when you get there, the secret word that you'll put in is Doggo 420 420. So it'd be DOGGO 420, all one word, and that will be able to get you our Woof Weekly Community Call POAP.
Yeah, I think the POAP app is really well done, really nice. It helps you kind of consolidate all your POAPs in one place. It just looks really good. And I like the POAPs for the Doge NFT are phenomenal. Like I think they're standalone like pieces of art. So highly recommend checking that out. And I hope you guys are able to claim your POAPs if you want one.
Yeah, they just been like a really fun collectible. But I agree with you. I think I'm not upset with POAP wanting to start using their app more, because the app is really good. It's really clean, and what you just said is being able to like see all of your POAPs in one spot really gives you that, I guess, that like collector's feel too. And we're always just super we're always super pumped about the designs that come out of what our community makes. So always happy to get them out for every call that we have.
All right, and then one of the things that I'm just super excited about is you got a blue check mark next to your name. That's really cool. I've seen meme accounts struggling to get their blue check mark literally for years. Like seriously, there's some really big accounts that are very popular. They have a lot of traction on this, and they are unable to get the blue check mark. So I think the blue check mark, it looks great. It makes it like just when you're scrolling through Twitter, it just looks better. But then at the same time too, it's like it shows that this is pretty, it's a well done project, very wow, very official. And I think that's going to actually help us grow our community. And then at the same time too, it just, I'm proud. So congrats on kind of working through that process, because I've heard it's pretty complex. And yeah, I think that's something our whole community can really enjoy. So congrats on that, everybody.
Yeah, much wow. And yeah, just it's a good feeling. Shows that we're the real deal, which we are anyways. But in the sea of everyone having Doge or NFT in their name, to be able to stand out and show like we are the Doge NFT. It like, it's a well needed beacon through the murkiness of social media.
Totally. All right. And then we had some crazy fun on 420. So let's go through some of the cool stuff we did. So I'd say the highlight, like honestly, like this is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in general. And then like the fact that our community like put this together and executed on it just makes me super excited and super proud. But the Doge Beach art, can you tell us a little bit about that? And I'll go ahead and try to grab a pin here.
Yeah, Try Dog, you want to talk a little bit more about that? Hi, by the way.
Hello.
Hey there.
Yeah, definitely. So I connected with this crazy Irish artist that does basically like crop circles on the beach with a rake and like sand. And so like I say crop circle because it's kind of got that like geometric, like perfectly parallel design, but also they're very big and large. And so if you haven't peeked this yet, I'm guessing someone's gonna pin up the post from yesterday, Doge Day. But it's super cool. He said this was the longest project that he's ever had to do. It took him like almost the whole day, like over 8 hours, and just yeah, just like I think just another example of like the support for the community that we have and like the cool artists, creative Web3 builder collaborations that we can do. So let's just keep pushing the limit. That was a fun one, and just continuing to look for like those crazy ideas. Good way, one easy way. I mean, you can always message any of us or DM us on Twitter, but also like in Discord, there's an ideas channel too.
Yeah, totally. It's just, for me, I think the most exciting thing is that like we're taking this cool concept in our awesome community and then we're able to like kind of like laser focus and actually do these just amazing activations that are for everyone to enjoy. Like I think we're not doing it for ourselves exactly. We're doing it for our community and then also for like everyone to enjoy, like outside of the community as well. And I hope that like, as people see this, like especially when people that aren't as familiar with Doge and Doge culture, like for those people to see that, I think that will help us also kind of expand the fan base a little bit and bring new people in. So I love seeing stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, feel like we want Doge in every medium possible. Beach art, in space, on a CubeSat in space, which is also happening, but also talking with, like, we're always like talking with people to like build like a Lego mural of Doge outside of the Museum of Modern Art, or what was another one, like an inflatable Doge to put pop up in different areas. Um, I just feel like the more like the wackier we can get, like the more on brand and fun it's going to be. So, and again, like even some of our layer 3 bounty activations where it was like Dogify fine art, or then take Doge and do a reverse heist, go to a museum and hang it up next to fine art, which was all that has pretty much already been done. Like I feel like we're just having so much fun, just bringing Doge into like the art medium too, because I think a lot of people look at like Dogecoin as like disrupting the monetary space, where like now Doge NFT should then be the art that disrupts the art industry. So it's just been, I think it's feel like it's kind of been like untapped potential to get into, to really make Doge feel like it's eating the world entirely. So with all that said, with all that said, it's give us awesome ideas, or if you're an artist and you have these like crazy ideas, contact us. Either DM like the Twitter, or jump into our Discord and start riffing with us, because we're always just looking for the next crazy idea to launch. So
Yeah, I absolutely love this one. I felt like it was unique. It supported artists, and it shows really what the dog community is about, which is we're interested in your ideas and making it possible as a collaborative who believe in these things. And I think that having such a strong spirit of that is so important. And I'm grateful to be a part of a community that highly values it. The Bart tank is great.
Yep, and coming from someone who has, I guess now disrupting the automobile industry too.
definitely.
Yep. Yeah. Just for context, I have some like Abraham here, and we got Kagar here. They're from the more resume interviewing side of my life. And just for context, Julia, she owns the DogeClaren, which is in the third row down. Which is a supercar that's been wrapped. Hey man, it's a supercar that's been wrapped in Doge. So she is becoming a meme herself, which is pretty fun to watch. Just a little context. And by the way, you were talking about those layer 3 bounties and the art pranks we did and stuff. I see we got like Jojo and Jaya here, and they were involved in that too. So it's pretty cool to see like our community here is engaged in this stuff, IRL and virtually. So very, very nice to see that. All right.
For a call this size, it's very compact with some really brilliant people, just really like and extreme like Doge lovers, and it's just been fun to um, be able to collaborate with the people in this room and in this call. So it's just it's a bit of a blessing.
Cool. So what's next? Let's see here. So I think our giveaways. We had 2 really exciting giveaways here. Would you be able to share anything on that? I can.
Yeah,
Paco, maybe you could grab the links and throw those up.
Yeah. So we didn't want to stop with 420. I mean that was the beach art was an awesome reveal. But we've had this really great one of one NFT that was made by CG Knight, who's an extremely talented artist that has made Doge art before. Most of the art that they do is very focused around memes. So whether it's Pepe or Doge, but again, just really really talented in like the CGI aspect of art. So, anyways, like back in October, Decentraland Museum did this Dogeverse art collection, and so curated like I feel like maybe 10 or so artists that have all made Doge art, and then were set up for auction. So they were displayed around the Doge Museum, and then put up for auction. So this was one of the NFTs that I think like ended up getting probably one of the highest offers, and then has been like donated to the DAOge, and we want to give it away because it's ridiculously awesome. And so we did that yesterday. I think we had like 24-hour window. We're either like right at it or close. So after this call, we're going to be making the draw. But yeah, there's nothing else to explain other than like it's a one of one, extremely very well crafted NFT of Doge in a spacesuit playing a punch out game. So it's like equal parts cute, amazing, and funny. And I don't know, like I'm jealous for anyone who gets it.
Yeah, one funny aside there is that I also got introduced to the community, really like super introduced to the community through that same event, which is kind of cool. It just shows, I think it shows the power of like virtual events and virtual networking kind of in the metaverse space too, and how those things can build like true friendships and community and stuff like that. So I think that's just a fun little point there, and it's cool. It's like we had this. It's a phenomenal piece of art. I really recommend watching the video and checking it out. And it's awesome that we got it donated to us, and then now it's going back to the community through a giveaway. That's just super cool. This is one of those giveaways. Normally when you see a giveaway, it's like you pass over it, or it's like a billion people apply and there's no chance of winning it or whatnot. But this is one of those exceptions where I feel like people have a pretty good chance of winning, and it's like some of the craziest art that I've ever seen. So highly, highly recommend checking that out.
Yeah, and we made it a little fun where you need to also tag your favorite Doge artists. So because I don't know, I think I just want anyone who is really big into Doge and to art and who are Doge artists to grab this. You know, it's a pretty special piece and should go to someone who's really going to appreciate it. And then also, so same thing. We did a 24-hour giveaway for the Doge Punch Out NFT, but also for a fast food Doge NFT. So if anyone remembers or doesn't know, we've collaborated with Fast Food Friends to make a collection of 1,669 Doge or fast food Doge PFP NFTs. Really great pixel art, captures you know, the loving characteristics and wacky characteristics of Doge, but also like includes traits that, you know, are in one of the more well known collections, but also centered around like the fast food meme. So, anyways, we have a few in our collection, in our DAOge collection too, and noticed that one of them had a 420 trait. So we were like, yeah, let's get that out too. Let's get, you know, it's like let's just 420 everything. So giving out a 420 fast food Doge NFT, which is still going on. So check that out because we're also asking you to give us your best 420 joke, and if you make us laugh, uh, that'll increase your chances, and it's a fun PFP. And if you go in our Discord, you know that's you'll see a lot of the PFPs hanging around there. Doge Ninja is actually sporting a fast food Doge in this call. They're just I don't know I love them. They're great, and this was a great partnership, and happy to give that away too.
Great. Yeah, super exciting. Highly recommend checking that out. I think you know, when we can support each other in the space and then also, you know, give back, it's always exciting. So I also see we got something really cool coming up, and this is another project that I believe was Bark Tank supported. So quick summary, Bark Tank is kind of our, like, you know, it's the equivalent of the Doge Shark Tank. So it's a super cool kind of platform for us to be creative and wacky and also fund really fun stuff. So check that out. But it sounds like dogtools.io is live. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, let me find their announcement tweet first, and I'm going to pin that so people get a little bit more context. So if you have a chance, okay, so I just pinned it. If you have a chance to read through it a little bit more, think of it as like TradingView meets Dune Analytics for the dog token. So you get to see like some really fun. I mean, it's just extremely informational. If you're big into like just knowing the on-chain analytics for dog and like what the you know you want to track its price or want to know like the volume or the holders or even like significant events that happened, and you can kind of see like significant events that happened through like Doge's history, and then seeing like how it played out in the charts too. Like I don't know, it's a very fun trading tool that has some Easter eggs, but it's like a mixture of serious and fun at the same time, which just seems very on brand. So I don't know. Check it out. It was made by one of our community members that we were happy to support, and came out, I think, really well. So the it's also like it seems like it's a complete package. So you get the website, but also it's a very clean mobile site too. And if you're in our Discord, there's a webhook for a daily report that drops into our price chat channel. And then I think, you know, and then you have this Twitter account too, which you can always like follow. And I believe I don't know whether this is the bot, but making a Twitter bot too for alerts or like daily reports too. So, anyways, it was just it's a very fun project for the Dogenerates out there that wanna analyze the charts a little bit more. But we'll have that we'll have that integrated. Like when we're working on revamping our website, and when it does, like that'll be one of the tools you'll be able to get in, pretty easily too. So that was I'm just happy to see that live now. It's fun.
Yeah, it's super well done. And I think like, dogtools.io, you're thinking it's going to be silly, but it's like a really, really cool, well done website. Like just looking through it, I'm super impressed. I like the more I learn about our community and all the wild skills people have and everything they know to how to do, it's just I always get so impressed and energized from that. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like, again, Doge NFT just attracts like a wide variety of people. So you've got a mixture of meme appreciators, art appreciators, Doge appreciators, and also like really talented builders and devs. And so when you got someone who's like equal parts like smart and serious, and also like has a wacky side, this is when you get these like brilliant concoctions of projects that we're happy to just like bring it back to the community to just enjoy and uh, you know feel like the Doge ecosystem is getting bigger and more vibrant. So
100%. And then it looks like next up is the Doge Academy. So I think I might be qualified to take that one on. So let me pin a tweet so you guys can see kind of what we're talking about. Let me get to my Twitter feed. Give me 1 second. All right, where are we? There we go. All right, I'm gonna pin a post just so you guys can kind of see the art style and stuff. There we go. All right, that should be up in a second. So high level, I submitted a Bark Tank proposal for the Doge NFT to acquire the Doge Academy, which is one of my projects. Basically, Doge Academy is like, it's like a Web3 learning platform, and it's not necessarily purely about Web3. It's more about like just building spaces for people to learn, develop, and share kind of what they know. So we do weekly classes on things like history, like super in-depth stuff into Roman history or the assassination of JFK. I do weekly classes on kind of resume, interviewing, workshopping, that type of stuff, professional development as well. And we're looking to expand a little bit more into like kind of the meme economy as well. So I hosted a space maybe 2 or 3 weeks back with Paco that was like really popular, really trended on Spaces, got a lot of action. And we were talking about the history of the Doge NFT. So we're kind of spreading that word. So the core concept here is that basically Doge Academy would be rolling up to the Doge NFT. I'd be migrating my Discord over to you guys, and we'd be kind of collaborating on that. And then as the PFP project builds up and rolls out, all the people we would be funneling in are, instead of going into the Doge Academy, are going to be headed into the Doge NFT Discord. So like it's going to be kind of like a dual marketing process as well. And the art I just pinned, let me see which ones I got. These are random, but we have like now the artist that created this, she's living in the Ukraine right now. She's from Kharkiv, which is on the eastern border, which isn't a great place to be. So she actually became a refugee over the last few months. And like, this is basically her job. And she's just this phenomenal, talented artist. And she created each one of the traits by hand drawn. And then obviously kind of gave that to me. And I'm the one that's generating the art through code. And I just think it's really beautiful looking. I want to share it with the world. And we have like, I think over 200 traits now. So it's actually a pretty strong, like diverse collection there. And you guys can check it out there. Those images should be like 2.5 thousand K resolution. So they should be relatively high quality. If you want to see more or you have any feedback on the art, feel free to ping me because nothing's set in stone yet. But that's the idea. The partnership would be like really focused though on building up the Doge NFT Discord, Twitter, kind of getting some hype around that. And then if the PFP collection mints out, which I, fingers crossed, hope it does, then we would be able to fund like these kind of Web3 professors that exist in spaces like Twitter Spaces or Twitch, or maybe running events in the Doge Temple, for example. I was thinking about doing a trivia there, where we can really kind of bring the community together around high quality events and kind of fun stuff in a more diverse space. So that's the high level idea. And if you want to check out more, you can head into our Discord, the Own the Doge Discord. I think there should be a link there, maybe on Own the Doge Twitter account to that. And you can see the proposal. And then you can also see like kind of just how that process works and how the voting and stuff works as well, especially if you're kind of new to this and you've been thinking about all these crazy ideas that you want to implement with Doge. I think it would be just a good way for you to kind of dip your feet in the pool and check it out and see how that goes. But anyways, I think voting on the proposal will be open for about a week. And I'm going to, if you guys have any feedback, questions like, hey, I don't like this face or whatever it is, I'm an open book. I don't take that type of feedback personally. So I would really appreciate it if you just hit me up and let me know. Because I think, just my own personal opinion is just one person's opinion. But if I can get 10, 20 people to give me feedback, the end product is going to be superior. So I'd really value that and encourage people to share.
Yeah, I feel like for anyone who's been in this community for a long time, it's a no-brainer, like how much you've done for the community so far, and also like the potential that Doge Academy has. I feel like we've talked about the concept for a long time, and so to finally be able to like have it in consideration to put in front of the community to vote on, has been it's like just a, an insane like pleasure to be a part of. So I mean, any chance that we can get Doge Academy to be part of Doge NFT just seems very natural, as we're part of our mission is to educate too, and I think you found like some really fun ways, or Doge Academy has found a lot of fun ways to teach serious topics, but in a fun way. And again, even just from like the testimonials of people coming out and actually getting Web3 jobs from a resume build workshop, or just learning more about some actual serious like history lessons. Or I just feel like there's an insane amount of potential, and I'm also extremely ready for Paco to lead a meme class, which I will be attending. So, anyways, yeah, we made sure to streamline this process a lot better, as per our like DAO governance flow. Um, the ask makes it a Discord vote. So we made sure that we were being a lot more transparent on the proposal that was set forth, that there was like a separate thread of people to discuss the specific proposal. And then we have the votes channel, where then there's a voting bot where you can go in and vote in favor or against the Doge NFT acquiring Doge Academy. So I would, if you're not in our Discord, if you're a part of this community and you're not in our Discord, I extremely urge you to get in the Discord. That's where we all hang out. That's where we all make our memes, and again, like make some important decisions of like where the direction of the Doge NFT goes. And that's actually how a lot of people have been contributors and now are like part of the Doge NFT team. So just thought I'd sprinkle that in there too, as a shameless plug for our Discord, because that's where the community's at and where you can connect with a lot of us. So
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's like, especially if you're in Discords and you kind of are like, yeah, I don't know if I want to add another server. Just remember, this is not like one of those crazy servers with a billion messages a second and spam and stuff like this. It's ultra high quality, really good people, really good conversation, really fun stuff just constantly coming through. Like the funniest memes. I think just hopping in the Discord, you can just experience that. So totally agree with you, Bubs. I think if you're in the community here, chilling on Twitter Spaces and stuff, and you want more, definitely advise you guys to hop into the Discord.
Yeah, and we end up getting a lot of like good ideas too from our members that like helps us figure out maybe like what our next partnership or collab should be, or or finding another person that like aligns with what our mission is, and to reach out to them. So like yeah, I would say we totally listen to our community. And again, what Doge Academy has said is we're not one of those discords that's just made so you have to like you know go through a circus act to get a whitelist spot. We actually use it to help organize our operations and the DAO that runs the community fund. So there's I feel like there's just a lot of opportunity in hanging out around there.
Totally. All righty. Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Highly recommend join our Discord. All right. So next up to bat is something I've been super excited about since I first heard about it. And I think it's going to be a really special few days here in Texas and in Sugarland, Texas, which is, I think, an apt name. Do we have Julia here? She's still up and she's speaker, even better. We're going to be going to Dogepalooza this coming weekend. So on Saturday, the 23rd, is it? Yes, on the 23rd, in Sugarland, Texas, Dogepalooza is going to be hosted. I think it's one of the first really huge like Doge kind of conferences or events, and I'm super excited about it. Julia, you want to tell us a little bit more?
Sure, I will. So, yep, we're heading to Dogepalooza right after this call, actually. Driving the DogeClaren up there. Dog community has decided to have a great presence, which is exciting. Like, these are all Dogely people who are coming. There's going to be several music performances on the main stage. I believe Gary and I are going to be speakers on the main stage. Is that correct?
Allegedly.
We'll also have a booth area for discussing owning the Doge meme, a like selfie picture area with the DogeClaren with some of Doge General's awesome art that I've been carrying around in the McLaren all over the U.S. Along with a few other fun items for pictures, like the bag of chips will be featured, the checked bag of chips. There will be a new cabbage. I believe she is female. I haven't checked under the hood, if you know what I'm saying. And a few other like fun, maybe a shapequake, fun items to make pictures popular. That way we'll all see pictures of Own the Doge on there. We've got a flyer made, as well as having a special area as long as everything comes together, which it should. I just need to rent a TV tomorrow and find a card that it can fit in for live pixel minting, which I'm really excited about, because I think some of the magic with pixel minting is that moment where you just bought one but you're not sure where it's going to be at, and then you see the like square pop up and it's just a color and then you get to find it. So I think doing that live will be really fun, and making sure that we have a screen recording of that process for later use, as well as a more wide visual of what it looks like with the crowd and everything. So we'll be doing those in between acts to a little side stage. So we'll have a pretty heavy presence. A lot of wonderful people in the dog community are coming to help me out with this, and I can't wait. If you're in the Sugarland area, definitely let us know as well. We want to have you there.
Yeah, this is super excited. I feel like you know, we've been to now like ETH events, we've been to NFT events, and now we're going to an event that's Doge focused, and we're going to be, you know, with our people. So I think it's super exciting. It's going to be fun. Like anytime, like hanging out with you guys is actually like a blast and fun. And I feel like, you know, the party kind of moves with us anyways. So it's not like we necessarily need like a big event to have fun. But at the same time, it's like Dogepalooza, come on. And one of the fun things I was thinking about is just how like differently organized this is from the other events we've been to. Like the ETH event and NFT event was kind of like, you know, a little stuffy, a little serious kind of conferences. And, you know, you go in a big room, sit down, in a big dark room in particular, sit down, don't say anything, just listen to someone on stage that paid a lot of money, give a talk, you know, basically a complex shill. And it's like, how that's not very much fun, you know? And like, this is like basically a big party, and it's like a concert, and we're going to have all these like really cool, famous artists there. Just what a different vibe. I think that's going to be super cool. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with you all day.
Yeah, like that's what's exciting about this. And when I talked to the organizers, they seemed like they genuinely wanted to put together an event to unite the Doge community. And I love that they were open to all different types of the Doge community as well. Like when we talked kind of about what Dog is doing as a DAO, and they're really excited about it, and I was grateful. It's nice. I think, like General was saying, usually dealing with these conferences, it's not always the most pleasant experience, or like pay this much money to have the smallest booth, and it's like these are people who are excited for us to be there. They were excited to hear about what we were contributing. And I genuinely feel like the vibe's going to be right because of that. And I know they have a ton of giveaways as well. I think there's like $100,000 giveaway from one of the games that will be there. Doge Vodka is going to have a presence where they auction off one of their bottles. There's just a whole array of fun along with the things that we'll be doing. So I think regardless, it'll be a good time to meet a lot of the people in the Doge community. Gary and I will be there partying along with several people from this call. And I think it's a good time if you can be there, especially to kind of meet some of the people maybe you've been interacting with for years on your Doge time.
Awesome. Yeah, totally. That's super cool. I'm very excited. I'll be flying out tomorrow, so looking forward to that. And then just a kind of a quick reminder and reinforcement of what Julia shared. Like, if you're in the area, or if somehow you can be there, you know, maybe it's a little bit of a drive. If you can get there, we do have tickets for our community. We want to make sure no one is excluded, you know, due to the ticket cost or whatever. So please reach out if you're able to be there. I think, you know, the more of the Doge NFT fam we get there, the bigger impact we're going to have. So I do stress that point.
Yes. These are our people.
Yes. Yeah. DM the official account.
Also, 5 or 6 banana suits that need to be filled.
That's probably the best call to action I've heard all day.
Yeah, and those are sponsored by Banana DAO, the chief competitor of Cabbage DAO.
Yes.
Yeah, eat the skin too, right? That could be like their.
I demand that everyone saves their banana pills for me. One of my favorite things to do is I drive around and I like to have at least like 3 banana pills on me. And then when I see a car behind me that's particularly funny, like Teslas are good, or just like someone who's really checking out the car, I'll just start throwing banana peels out the window like Mario Kart. And it's good with multiples. Really, like, it's more impact if you have like 3 banana peels compared to 1. So maybe a second call to action.
Yeah, bring banana peels. Eat the bananas, save the peels.
Yes. This is good. Silliness is important.
Yes.
Yep. And one thing too, last on Dogepalooza is just you guys had these awesome videos for DogeClaren over the last few weeks, kind of your crazy escapades and adventures. I really enjoyed both. I think you had 2 episodes out. Maybe you're on your 3rd now. Where would people go to find that?
Oh
Would
yeah,
that be Gary's? Or your
Gary's or mine or the DogeClaren's Twitter. So right now we're posting them on Twitter, which is great that you can post up to a 10-minute video. And what these feature, it's all of our Dogely adventures across America, as well as interviews with a lot of the people that we have, the luxury of either already being friends with or meeting along our journey. And it's one of the few places where you can hear about what people are putting like their heart and soul into and really see what DeFi is like, rather than just talking about like, oh, this is price, blah, blah, blah. So we featured everything from some of Gary's friends that were making this incredible art car for Burning Man. A lot of people from our dog party earlier in the year at NFTLA. And we have so much more content to come. We've just been dealing with a lot of logistics and working on Dogepalooza, which has kept us busy, but we will be having more episodes to come, and we do plan on having a Dogepalooza episode as well.
awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Cool. Thank you, guys. All right, so we got some updates on Bark Tank and the DAOge. What's going on with that? Own the Doge.
Well, yeah, I talked a little bit more about. I guess I folded Bark Tank into when you were talking about your Doge Academy proposal.
Perfect.
Was that we were just working on making sure that we're streamlining the process better. Again, there's a threshold that whatever the ask ends up being is whether it's going to be a snapshot vote or a Discord vote. So it's just been making sure that the process for both Discord and snapshot votes are easy to track, and that people can actually get involved with knowing what the proposals look like, and just being an active voter, and just making everything more transparent of how when you see the proposal come from like a rough idea to being presented to the community for ratifying or ratifying the proposal or not. So there's going to be more to it. Like, we're just going to continue to make it more transparent, making the process more accessible and streamlined, and also like even probably some that will bore you people, but like also working on making sure that our application process is just a lot more friendly and gets to the meat of the proposals better, so that it just makes interviews and the process I don't know, just more productive. So we're ramping up to make sure that when people have some really cool ideas, that we're getting it from farm to table.
I like that.
Go
Yeah.
from farm to table, and much quicker. So anyways, yeah, because we ended up bringing up on a couple more people to just really concentrate on that, because so far we've had some awesome projects that came out of it, and we want to continue that and market it a lot more. So I ended up going on like a bit of a pinning spree of the tweets that I pinned. So you probably heard that Julia is looking to do a pixel mint, a live pixel mint. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, you can actually take your dog and you can stake it to mint a pixel of the Doge image, because the Doge, the original resolution ends up making it 307,000 pixels. So now they are actually in NFT form too. So you can take, if you have dog, you can for 1 pixel you get 1 pixel equals 500 or 55,240 dog. So when you stake the 55,240 dog into the pixel portal, you'll be able to randomly mint a unique pixel NFT. So I pinned where we have a recent pixel whale who went in and just turned all of his dog into 42 different pixels. If you see it in the pin, you may have to like scroll a little bit further to the right. But yeah, it minted 42 pixels and actually ended up getting like a super rare eye pixel. That's probably only like 2 pixels away from getting the sparkle in Doge's eye too. So anyways, this was a Bark Tank project that we love, and I think was probably one of the fastest ways that got like Julia and Gary like to really visualize like the power of like owning the Doge in this way, and no, we love it, anyways, I go ahead.
Sorry, that was Gary piping in when my mic was up. Yeah, I was shocked and excited when I saw what Snacks did. He's one of our buddies with Pizza DAO, and we're going to be aligning with him to deliver pizzas on Bitcoin Pizza Day in May. And we had been talking about pixels and stuff just because I really feel like digital meme estate is special, and there's something really special about the like anticipation of what you're going to get. Like I just saw Gary's eyes light up when you talked about the sparkle within the eye. Like I would like a coveted tail pixel and a couch. I want to join the couch game. Um, it's truly, I feel like, a magical thing that's like a community based NFT where you're owning a piece of the actual Doge meme. It's incredible. So I highly recommend everyone check it out, and I'm excited to do live minting with that. It's just the coolest thing. I've ever since you guys told me about it, I was like, oh man, I'm sold.
Yeah, that's where it felt like it really clicked. It just went, it was there was like, I feel like a moment in between the conversation we had about Dog, and then when you heard about the pixel portal, and then it seemed like kind of it kind of clicked, and that was like a really fun moment to see that like realization, and like I just feel like when people when other people hear about this, I mean it's kind of the same thing. It's like, oh, now I get a visual representation of my ownership of in the Doge pick, like in my wallet, and I can show my friends, and it's also in this like neat like vending machine style, where, or like gachapon, where you can like you go in and put in your quarter, and you just get this like this random pixel. I don't know, it's like you said, just even the experience of minting it, like the user experience of the pixel portal itself is extremely fun, and gives you that little bit of rush of like that the vending machine style arcade.
I just wanted to jump in real quick and say too, like part of the way we bring the Pixel portal to the next level is having the actual zoomable pixelated version of the Doge NFT be viewable wherever the meme is viewable now. So whether that's on knowyourmeme.com, we've talked about finding a way to integrate it so that from directly on the Know Your Meme website, you're essentially getting an embedded version of the Pixel portal. And so, a goal that I currently have right now is looking for ways to get this zoomable, functioning, embedded version of the Pixel portal live everywhere that people are looking at pictures of the Doge. So if people at Know Your Meme or other websites where the picture is posted, obviously it's all over the internet, and a lot of them are tweets and whatever else. It's probably not going to get updated, but yeah, if you have contacts at Know Your Meme, send them my way, please, because I want to get that conversation started, and I think that's part of the way that we bring it to the next level. So.
Yeah,
Will
I
do.
agree.
And thank you, Cold Plunge. And also, I forgot our lovely host that you were there when I first heard about the portal, and it was a light bulb moment for me.
yeah, it was fun. It was like because it was also like, oh yeah, we're doing this, and oh, it's actually going live tonight too. It was like what? So
That's
You
yeah,
say
but
that every day though when you introduce people to the Pixel project. It's going live tonight. Get
yeah.
that hype. No, that's a super cool story. I love these origin stories, kind of like when the light bulb clicks for people and stuff. It's always interesting because like I feel like first I really like our community and the people, so it's always fun kind of like hearing about their experience of like when that light bulb kind of clicked on. And I feel like for a lot of people, it's different stuff, and I think that's a good thing because we have a lot to offer as a community. But at the same time too, there's certain trends, and I see like the Pixel Portal project as one of those things that just like translates for a lot of people and just makes sense. Like it's something that you don't like. It could be a very complex thing, but like comprehending it isn't complex, and that's something that I enjoy. It's like technically advanced, but you can also like understand it in a relatively simple way too. So
Yeah, and now I love Cold Plunge's like efforts to really bring Web3 like this Web3 ownership into Web2 websites, where the more you can actually like embed the portal in different sites, that's when people can really feel like, oh, they can click on and see the pixels, and maybe even see like, oh, this pixel belongs to this person. I think like that you kind of had that aha moment when like the our place was popping off earlier this month with like around April Fools, and again like how people really felt like that power to the pixel holders, and that if there's any way to like now replace the Doge picture in different mediums to like embed the pixel portal, to feel like, oh well, this is now on chain and is verifiably owned by these different like holders and whatnot. It's like that's when you kind of you get that aha moment again without having to like re-explain everything. Anyways, it's just when we had that conversation in one of our like casual talks in Discord a couple weeks ago, it all made sense. It's like it feels like the next natural move to make to get the outside world being able to experience what we are, but in a different way.
yeah, totally agree. Anything else on Pixel Portal, Cold Plunge you'd like to share, or are we good to keep moving forward?
Well, the proposal did actually it is passed. It reached quorum, and there wasn't even one no vote.
Yeah,
In
100%, right?
Snapshot, it was 100% in favor of moving on to version 2 of the Pixel Portal. So, Cold Plunge, if you just want to talk a little bit more about V2 really quick, I think people would be interested in hearing it.
Sure. Yeah, I think there's like I wonder. Yeah, there was a tweet a little while ago that shared all of the features, but it's just a suite of upgrades, UI UX stuff. There's an educational component that's going to be in there as well, just kind of a little bit of a tutorial explaining what's going on. There will be an integration. Either we're not 100% positive on the exact backend swapping mechanism, whether it's like Sushi Swap or Cow Swap or something, but there will be an ability to take any ERC20 and buy a pixel. Essentially, just all of the swapping to dog and locking dog would just kind of happen behind the scenes for ease of use purposes. And yeah, then a little this what we're calling an art generator. So the ability to take your pixels and turn it into combine them in a way that they can be displayed. So if that's taking nobody has this many pixels yet, but if you had whatever 24 by 24 is, which is 576 pixels, you could make an entirely Doge pixel Punk, Doge Pixel, Pixel Punk, Doge Pixel Punk. I don't know what you would call it. But yeah, essentially this idea that you could just take the pixels and combine them in creative ways to display them and flex them. So yeah, all that stuff is, I'm sure if you just scroll back a bit on the Doge NFT Twitter, you can find that. But that is essentially the long and the short of it. And the boy Gainer Mather is in the chat right now, and you guys should all give him a follow. He's the GOAT, and he's the one who handles kind of all the front end development for the project. So shouts to Gainer.
Shout out to Gainer. Also, he's also helping like create our new website too. So he is the GOAT. And I did end up pinning the proposal that includes the feature set that you were just explaining. So if anybody wants to go into that tweet and read a little bit more about it, they can do so. So other things that I did pin before it too were the NFTLA recap. I would like recommend just going through that. It's got a ton of like really great pictures and just like all the activations that we were able to do there with, again, the people in this room, like the Doge Academy and DogeClaren and everything, and what we're hoping to continue doing in Dogepalooza. But again, just being able to turn it up to 11 with other Doge appreciators out there. So if people were like kind of wondering what Dogepalooza might be for Dog and the dog community, yeah, take a trip down the NFTLA highlights, and you'll see that they're pretty joyous activations. Another one too, I don't think we've ever explained this in our community calls, and it probably makes sense to do so, but if you guys were kind of wondering what this bork of the day has been every day that we've been doing for like the last couple of weeks, we found out that the Louvre actually does a work of the day, and they hashtag work of the day, and they show like art that's displayed in their museum. So we found it like pretty funny to just troll the Louvre by, you know, we're already saying that we're gonna flip the Mona Lisa, so now we're just flipping all their other art pieces too. So anytime they do like a daily work of the day, we quote tweet them and do a bork of the day, so you can see how we Dogified it. I don't know, it's just been really fun and silly, and if you guys were wondering what that was, we're just trolling the Louvre even harder because why the hell not? So if you see these, now you get the context and give it some love, because our community member Magicans makes these every day, and they're hilarious, and some of them are extremely very hard to try and Dogify, and we always find a way to get around it, and they've just been like when we like collaborate to figure out how we're going to Dogify the next piece of art, it's funny that like some of our day just revolves around these like weird little moments of collaboration.
Yeah, I love that because it also like bends the line between art and memes. And then after some time, you start like seeing the meme just as normal art, like kind of like how like with Doge generals, when I look at those historical paintings, I just see a historical painting now, like the Doge part of it, just I don't even think about it anymore. So I love this idea that we're like normalizing this meme art. Yeah, so that's super fun to see, and it's also like, you know, that's definitely right up my alley. I really enjoy that. One note is that it's named after the dogs Borking rather than former Solicitor General Robert Bork, just in case there's any 1970s American history people in here. Just quick clarification on that.
And yeah, and also when we say Doge, we're talking about the funny yellow dog and not the Pope from
Yes,
like
not
500 years ago.
Exactly, not the official Italian title for like a bishop or whatnot. So
Yes.
I think that's a really important piece of clarity there. I hope we don't see anyone dropping because of that. But
I did make one of the tags for a community called Arts and Culture. I'm wondering if we had some like really confused people drop in.
That's super funny. So, one of the things that I've been like, opening my eyes to is just how crazy cool layer 3 bounties are. And then like really diving into the Doge NFT layer 3 bounties, and like realizing, wow, these are really cool. Like they're accessible, they're super funny. And then also at the same time, like people get paid, like legit get paid for working through those. Could you tell us a little more about layer 3 bounties, what's going on with that program?
Yeah, so I mean, we had a massive launch like I want to say like a month ago, where we did 13 bounties. It ended up being like around $6,000 in payments of dog if you've, if if you were able to like actually win all of them, which may be impossible unless you're like just insanely just an insane machine. But anyways, like yes, we had like a massive uh bounty launch and ended up getting really great content out of it, whether it was memes or again dogifying some fine art masterpieces. uh the reverse heist, which I thought like I just did as a joke, and it turned out to be one of the most engaging ones. But other things that were a lot more educational, like making explainer videos, uh, and explanation tweet threads and graphics and TikToks. Just a lot of stuff where we wanted like community curated content. Um, and we ended up getting a lot of like great submissions out of it, and even better community members out of it too. Um, which has been really fun because I think there's some people that really found that there's some staying power in being in our community. And yeah, I think there's been a lot of good that came out of it, and I think we want to continue. We want to continue rolling those out. So right now, there are about 3 that are still open. If you go to layer 3, I hope I don't know if someone can go find a tweet, but if you go to layer 3, they just launched their beta where like now we can actually put in the bounties. But the 3 that are open right now are to make a dog TikTok, an explainer video, and then even like a builder referral. So if you have someone, if you know someone who is a Web3 dev and like either like wants to make something fun like Doge related, or is looking to like build something and they just need an idea, um, you can use that, bounty to like get us a warm intro. And if we end up getting into like deep conversation to bring the builder on to something, yeah, you get paid for that. It's like a finder's fee, so it's pretty dope. But we're now collaborating with layer 3 again to uh, think of like the next wave of wacky bounties to do, because they're even having fun formulating some ideas. So I want to say they're gonna be coming out pretty soon. But I think our goal is to just, we'd like to make it that there's always a live bounty. So if you're a big bounty hunter looking to fill up your dog bags, that you'll be able to always have a chance to make a submission if you've got the chops for it. Did you get Rugged Academy? Possibly, but I don't think there was a whole lot after that. Another thing I wanted to talk about was that if you guys follow like Pleaser DAO too, you probably know, or you've probably found out that BitDAO has made has like passed a proposal to invest $6.5 million into Pleaser DAO, and what they want to do as like part of like the partnership here is they're gonna I guess there's a little bit of alpha because it hasn't happened yet. But they're gonna do like a meme competition centered around like their partnership, but also using Doge as like, you know, because Doge is just so memeable that like it's just memes that go around the new partnership of BitDAO and PleaserDAO centered around Doge. I want to say that competition is probably coming out soon, but it'll be prizes in Bit, which is BitDAO's token, and Dog too. So it'll be like so there'll be, I think, a couple different iterations of the competition, where some of them will be Twitter related, but then we'll also have entries that will need to be like in our respective Discord servers, so that they can be like community voted. So there's gonna be some like pretty fun ways. You know, if you're a meme maker out there, keep your eyes peeled, because now there's not only a chance to fill up your dog bag, but also to win some bit too, which is very fun. So now you have a chance to win 2 different types of tokens. And I think that was all I had. So unless anyone had anything else, oh, I guess I can say the POAP again. Let me find. So again, the way you need to claim the POAP this time, and probably in the future, is because this is the way that POAP wants us to do things now, is to download the POAP mobile app and go into Mint, which is then you would choose secret word, and the secret word is Doggo 420, DOGGO 420, all one word. That will get you the POAP for attending this community call. Once again, DOGGO 420. I hope I've.
That's Doggo 420.
That is Doggo 420.
Okay. That's Doggo 420.
Thank you. You want to know why I do that? Because I still get enough people that DM us and say what it was because they couldn't hear it, or they were like half asleep. So, so for the people in the back, Doggo 420. Yeah. Anything else? Is there anything else? Paco, what was your favorite meme this week?
Just in general or a dog meme?
In general, could be dog meme, could be anything. I want to hear from the meme master.
Oh, that's a hard question. Do you have any favorites?
Well, let's see. In the crypto space, the Binance 420 flub was pretty ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that was something.
Yeah.
There's even, guess you'd call them conspiracies, about if it was all a marketing scheme and they knew what they were doing.
I feel like anything can be a conspiracy nowadays, but I will say there's a lot of coincidences. But yeah, that was I felt like that was kind of the major headline yesterday. Where are you seeing those conspiracies at?
Just on Twitter.
Just on Twitter in general.
Yeah. There's not some deep conspiracy club making theories on Binance cash tags.
Okay. Well, maybe, okay, I think I do want this to be a weekly thing. Maybe next time I'll give you more time. I'll ask you like a day before what your meme of the week is, because yeah, maybe those will
Okay.
be fun to bring out.
Yeah. Always up for a meme review. Well,
Yeah.
we can definitely take out the best memes of the week.
I am totally down. Totally down. Well, then I think that was it. Is there anyone that wants to come up and ask a question, or does anyone have anything? Cool. Well, I'll say, if you do have any questions, always like feel free to jump into our Discord and ask there. Again, if you live near Houston or are trying to go to Dogepalooza and you don't have a ticket, reach out to us. And I think that was it. I hope you guys had a great Doge day. After this call, we'll make the Doge Punch Out winner, and I think it'll be quickly followed up with the fast food Doge NFT winner too. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, have a great day, y'all. Have a great week. And for those that are going to Dogepalooza, enjoy. And yeah, I'll be there in spirit, and can't wait to see all the fun things that come out of it. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Woof woof.
Doggo 420.
Woo.
Doggo 420.